Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creatively on Sunday. I don't know what day it is. 15th of December with FLOSSTUBE number 249. Nobody called out last week that I published my video with an error. It said it was the title said it was FLOSSTUBE number 648. I'm like, it's not. It was 248. So yeah, today 249. Yeah, welcome back to my weekly YouTube channel about counted cross stitch. Voice is much better. It got worse after my video last week when I was a bit squeaky and croaky. That was pretty much the best it was for almost a week. Completely lost it again that afternoon, and I didn't start getting it back till about 11 o'clock midday on Thursday. So frustrating. I have typed, I think I've typed War and Peace like in Teams chat. So keep working because I'm a nut job. People said, you should go to the doctor. I'm like, sure. I tried, but I can't get an appointment until January, and I could hardly ring them and go, I need to see somebody. But anyway, I'm pretty sure post-viral not glandular fever, laryngitis, too much strain, socializing, and just been sick and going back to work too soon and all that crap, do as I say, not as I do. Red wine. It is almost 5 p.m. on Sunday. I've been working most of the weekend, had little breaks here and there to do some stuff, like a little bit of stitching and some little bit of housework, but it's been mostly just all hand to the pump, really working through doing some testing. I joked at work last week. I started at my current place of work 19 3/4 years ago as a tester, and I'm going out as a tester. So yeah, I've got 5 more official days at work, not counting today or yesterday. Yeah, so I guess 5 p.m. on Friday my account gets disabled, and at least I know what I'm doing next weekend. I'm not working. I am not working for 2 weeks. So odd circumstances, I'm going to work, as I've said before, with a vendor that I currently work with at work. So I will become part of their delivery team, and my project that I'm on is being extended, and someone else is going to take the formal project manager role. He has been on the project as one role, and he has previously been a project manager, so he's going to pick up sort of the formal project management from the customer side, because I will no longer be on the customer side, and I will be part of like the technical delivery. So certainly supporting, but there's a different engagement model. So, and I'm operating under a conflict of interest. It makes it a bit of a pain in the butt, really, but anyway, so because we're having some issues, and come the 13th of January, I'm now part of the delivery team, I basically said to my future new boss, current vendor manager, I'll come back on the 6th. I'll start work on the 6th. So I know, I hear you all going, you needed a month off, I know. But I do need to take a week off in March. It's a bit rude 6 weeks after you start, not even 6 weeks, 6 weeks after you start work to take some time off. So I basically said, look, I'll start on the 6th because I'm going to just worry about it anyway. The other testers back then, the devs are back then, hardly anyone else is going to be back, so we can have like no meetings except dev catch-ups and just get stuck in over that week, and hopefully get quite a lot of the handful of things that won't be done. And it's my decision. I offered, so I'm just going to start on the 6th. So, oh well. But I've got a week off in March. I've got a day off early March for the Christchurch Stitches retreat. So that's the first full weekend of March. I'm not really sure, like the 7th or 8th or 6th or something. I'm not really sure. But I've got that Friday. I need that Friday off to fly into Christchurch for the retreat that weekend. And then at the end of March, my youngest stepbrother is getting married again in Christchurch. So I need the Friday off and a couple of days the next week because my sister and my brother-in-law are flying into Christchurch for the wedding as well, and then they'll come back to Wellington with me for a few days. So I want to be able to spend some time with them. So it's 5 days I want off after starting work. So, you know, I'm nothing if not flexible. But anyway, don't tell me off. I will not be working from the 4 p.m. because I've got a hair appointment at 4. So 4 p.m. on Friday the 20th, I will stop work and I will not be working again until 9 a.m. on the 6th of January. So it's, you know, 2 weeks and a couple of days. We also have a long weekend in January, so we have a day off then. My birthday weekend, I get Wellington anniversary weekend, so I get a 3-day weekend for that as well, so it'll be fine. But anyway, yeah, all I've been doing is working, a bit of stitching, not enough sleeping. It's been super stressful not being able to talk. I feel a lot better, and a bit of socializing. We had kind of our Christmas Eve. Luckily my voice came back, but I was very careful. We had a sort of team project / end of the year / we almost did it, we're not quite there / me leaving / my project coordinator's was her last week before her vacation. Drinks. A whole lot of random people turn up, ironically, people I liked, which, you know, is not always a given. So I was kind of happy to have that really, really informal, not like necessarily about me, but we just, you know, spent some time. I drank a lot of sparkling water because my voice. And then, yeah, went to dinner with my small T, as in my new employer and colleagues. We went for dinner and just to meet a couple of people, like, because there was a few of us at them in town. So, and it's a very small team and I don't know everybody. So that was kind of nice. Late night on Thursday. I don't remember Friday. It was a late night on Friday. Can't remember why. I think I just got home from work late and then couldn't get to sleep. Yeah, so just that's sort of it really. Just not actually a lot. There's a lot coming up. The next, you know, again, next week's going to be really busy. Then I've got a whole bunch of social events, so I will catch you up on them on Sunday. I think on Sunday I'm going to be, I don't know what will happen with my video. I might either do it super early in the morning. Yeah, I might try, when I say super early, like before 9 o'clock. I'm planning to spend the day up the coast with Christine up from Dunedin, because that's the only day I have to do it. And we'll be chillaxing and catching up and what have you. So I doubt that by the time I get home, I'm going to really want to, having sat in the sun and been swimming and all that, I'm probably not going to want to do a video. So I'll do something on Sunday morning. But yeah, I've got a lot happening over the next few days before I fly out on Tuesday afternoon to Australia next week. Not the week coming, the week after. Okay, that's life. Blah. Sip of wine. Again, it's 4:57 on a Sunday and I am having red wine because I've been working all day. And I have an open bottle, which probably should have been tipped down the drain, but it still tastes good, so I must keep drinking it. So, stitching. Just a couple of things to show you from my stash, or that I recently acquired. I got this a couple of weeks ago and I meant to show you. I bought this secondhand. I bought this from Maureen on one of our local de-stashy, whatever, Facebook groups. And it's not a stitching... It's not a passion book. It's, you know, it's a non-fiction about kind of book. But I'd seen this, I never picked one up, and, you know, it's not like that easy to buy because there's not that many printed. So yeah, New Zealand Historic Samplers, our search stories. I haven't even looked at it, but it has a bunch of, I guess, samplers through it. I think there's I'll have a look on the index. How would I decide how many pages there were? Excuse me. There are a little bit about what is a sampler and some cross-cultural influences. These are all of the samplers that there's like a little story about. So like a couple of 2-4 pages and pictures about specific samplers that are like in museums or what have you. So it's a section called Samplers, a Gallery of Stitch Stories. So each of them has a little bit of a story about, I guess, the sampler or about what they know about the people. And then there's a section of commemorative needlework, section for embroidery, art and design, looking at like school samplers done for like school and what have you, and guilds. And then just, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, chewing into that over the time. So yeah, thanks Maureen for selling it. I'm really happy. I picked it up when we went out. Maureen lives local, so when we had our Stitchy gathering a couple of weeks ago, I picked this up from her. And there is one sampler chart, which is I think the cover, the one that's on the cover, there is the flyleaf thingy. I used to work in a library and knew all the names, completely forgotten. The dust cover has a rather large chart on the inside, so you could stitch that one, which was MCSA Shannon from St Mary's School, Wellington in 1853. So yeah, anyway, I love the colours, beautiful colours that are in this sampler. So yeah, happy to have that on my shelf and need to digest that over the next 15 years or so, who knows. I also got home or checked the mail. When did I check the mail? Maybe it was yesterday, Friday. No, yesterday was Saturday. So yesterday, checked the mail, not really expecting anything, and I had a parcel that had come via Catherine at Country Stitch, and it wasn't the normal, like she's the kind of New Zealand liaison with Silks for You. She gets all the bulk stuff and then ships them out to us to help with shipping issues that they have. And it wasn't that, it was a squishy parcel. I'm like, oh, what's this? So anyway, I opened it up, had a lovely wee note from Catherine. My lovely friend Anne had purchased something for me. Now, a couple of weeks ago, again at our Wellington Stitchy gathering, I delivered to her something that I had finished for her, a little metal hill kit, her Jaybird, and she had the stitching finished for a really long time. And I don't know, before I got the flu, I was visiting with her and I said, she talked about, I need to get that beaded, I need to get it beaded, I need to get it beaded. I said to her, it feels like there's something stopping you from beading that, like you just can't be bothered or it's not piquing your interest or what have you. And she was feeling potentially a little bit of guilt about the fact that it was sitting there unbeaded. And I said, do you want me to bead it for you? She goes, oh, would you? I went, yeah, I love beading, like, you know, I enjoy beading. So I said, I'll bead it for you. So I brought it home, then got the flu and then got sick. And then I was like, I really need to get that beaded. So I beaded it for her. So I delivered it back for her. So that was fine. I just did it because, you know, sometimes you like to do nice things for people. Well, she bought me a piece of linen, which she didn't need to do, but I'm very appreciative of it. So it's from Country Stitch. It's a 40 count piece of toy from, I just said from Country Stitch, so I won't take it out of that packet. I've shown this colour before. It does vary. Sometimes it's a bit lighter, but a nice sort of slightly hand-dyed cream, quite rich cream. And then also she threw in she got a little skein of okefenokee for me for weeks, because we all know I like saying okefenokee. And I messaged her to say thank you very much. She said, yeah, she loves the name okefenokee. It's just so much fun. And I love it. And it's a lovely, really dark green as well. So I do actually really love the colour. I picked it for the colour, not for the name. And the name was just an added bonus of joy. So again, thank you, Anne. I appreciate that so much. And it was, you know, hardly necessary, but yeah, I don't know, it did make my day really, given that I was working. I have actually put a wee order through, it wasn't that wee. I did some stress shopping. I did some, oh God, work sucks. Will it ever end? Yeah, it will. I'm so tired. All I do is work. I had no voice shopping with Helen from That Crafty Kiwi. So I purchased, I needed to get my Real Comfort from Plum Street because that's my January start. I have the fabric, showed you that a week or two ago. I've got the called for fabric. I finally bought the chart, which isn't gonna travel on its own. It found some friends. So I bought the 4 other charts that I don't need but wanted. So she's just gonna hold that because she expects the silk pack from Vicky Clayton. She expects that in this week. So I said just hold it, and then once that comes in, she'll bill me for that and then just send that all to me. So so good, the silk pack will be here in time for my birthday start. I'm going to start that with oh Liz, what's your channel name? Lizzie the Stitcher. Liz is she's cutting hers up she's got the called for fabric, I think. She's just got the chart this week as well because it had been on like pre-order or back order. And are you doing the called for, Liz, or are you doing DMC? I can't remember. I feel like she's doing, I don't know. But we're going to start that. She's going to stitch that or start that along with me on my birthday on the 18th of January. And that is, I feel like that's when we've got our stitchy gathering. Is it that weekend or the weekend after? I don't remember. Oh well. That's when I'm starting it. So I might have that next week. If the silk pack arrives as expected, then I should have that by next Sunday. If not, it'll be the new year. But I'm excited about that. So yeah, I just had a bit of a, you know what fits, you know, when you have to go shopping, like I have to go clothes shopping, which I absolutely hate, and I don't know nothing fits me. Things are a bit loose than they used to be, which is a good thing, but it's dragging me down that everything's so like loose and ugh. But also I hate clothes shopping. But you know what fits, no matter what fabric, stitchy supplies fit no matter what size you are. So it was much more fun buying some charts that I don't need than it is going clothes shopping, especially in summer. And I'm going to Queensland and it's hot, but at least they have summer clothes. So anyway, wish me luck. Shall I show you what I've stitched on? Okay, not a lot because I've mostly been working. I had one more hard goal, as hard as it gets, which was to work on my the other Leap Year SAL piece. So this is from Cross Stitch Collectibles, Women in Profile, in this area. Goal was to get to 20% by the end of the year, which I am on track with. So yeah, 4 Year SAL. This is on 20 count Aida in the colour Nougat from Zweigart using charted DMC. Started on Leap Day and to be finished on the next Leap Day. So I got a little, oh no, where did I get to? I stitched exactly the number of stitches I needed to get to my December goal. So on average, I have to stitch 2,552 stitches every month. So I am right at my December goal of 25,520 stitches stitched. I had stitched slightly over, I think, yeah, last time. So I only had to stitch 2,538 stitches. So both of my Leap Year SALs are on track and will be put away until January. So that was fine. What did I stitch on? Kind of just randomly again. that's where we're at. So that's sort of the bottom left corner. We stitched, just, you can kind of see I'm kind of a bit over halfway this way because I'm all over the show, right? So quite a lot of this sort of rusty colour in here, general fill in, little bits and pieces here and there, but I kind of concentrated in this area. And yeah, a few more of those extra little random ones that are not filled in. I think the bottom stitch that isn't filled in this bulk area is in a sort of centre here. So, you know, that's all solid through to here and down here. So that's sort of the bottom of this side. Obviously there's still stitches in here. So she's looking good, yeah? I'm so happy with it. It's sort of, again, so dark, but still is interesting to look at. It's not, could be more boring. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So on track, I need 2 more months and I will be a quarter done, which is amazing. So yeah, really quite thrilled about that. Given that I had such a crap year, I'm really impressed with myself that I managed to keep on track with that. So yeah, yay me. And what else did I stitch on? I just realised how crooked my camera was. Oh well. I had talked about, I could probably do another finish and stuff, but I just sort of felt like just carrying on with the full coverage. So I thought I think I gave this a little bit of love in the beginning of the year. I decided to bring out my first full coverage that is going to be a forever freaking goal. This is, this designer is no longer available on Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm sorry. I'm very glad that I purchased because of course I need 2 huge pieces, but I purchased the companion piece. This is Mystic Moments 1 by the artworks by Linda Ravenscroft, and the companion piece is Mystic Moments 2 and facing the other way. This chart was a rack years ago from Danny, Cardiff Stitcher. And then I purchased the second one, and I'm really glad I did because, yeah, again, this designer no longer is available through Heaven and Earth Designs, and I would have been sad if I didn't have the companion piece, even though I'm like, man, there's a lot of stitches to do that. So I had picked her up. I think, let me think, what am I on now? I was trying to get to 15% and I didn't quite. If I hadn't had to work yesterday or today and had just sat on my ass stitching that, I probably would have got to 15%. I'm on 14.6% now. I think I picked it up, I was about 13 point something. I think I've stitched about 1%, give or take. Can't quite remember. So Mystic Moments 1 is on 20 count Aida. This was a false start back in, it was initially my New Year's Day start in 2022. And I started her on 22 count hard hanger and I hated it. So I gave up and then quickly put an order in for some 20 count Aida and just started on that and went, yeah, 20 count's fine. So I'm using the cord for except it is charted. There is a couple of places that are called for B5200, and it's in this border and in the background, and it's not white. There's no white in there. So in the background, if it calls for white, that 5200, I am substituting it for, I picked another, I don't remember if it's like 712 or I'm making that up. I picked just a slight off-white, like a cream, the palest one there is. I can't remember which one it is. If there is white elsewhere, like if there is white, I guess in her body where there's a bit more of a highlight on her, like the light on her chest, I don't know if there's white there, but if there is white there, I'll consider using it because that is, to my eye, brighter than anywhere in the background. So that's the only change. And then when I looked at number 2, the colours are identical on each, the figures are slightly different, their dress falls differently and stuff. But the figures are slightly different. Sorry, the colours are 100% identical, except there's a metallic instead of 5200. And again, I'm not doing that. I'll just use the cream or 5200 if it's in the body. But so that's how many colours? 90 colours. So 89 colours are as charted and 1 colour is not as charted. Shall I show you where I got to? Okay. It's hard to point out because I'm just doing the pick a symbol and then stitch it until you have to count too far approach. That's where we're at right now. So all I did was kind of go back and forward, picking the lowest symbol that was empty and then stitching it that way and stitching it that way. You know, sometimes stitching 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 links, and then so really I focused. There was a bit of brown and some grey and a whole lot of really pale sagey greens and very, very, very pale blues. So some of the stitches you won't even be able to, you might think, oh, there's a white stitch in it, or yeah, actually a pale blue. So got quite a lot filled in. I guess if I did about 1%, how many stitches is this sucker? How many stitches is she? No idea. I will just keep working on her over time, but I love how it's coming out. Up close, that border, that background, I should say, can be a little bit, up close the background looks a little bit too blocky, but even at this distance from my camera, which is less than 1 metre, it looks more subtle than, when I've got my nose up in it. So I'm really, really happy with how that's coming out. I mean, the figure itself, those colours in the bottom of her dress, the bottom of her dress, start off all blue and green, and then they kind of move up into, I guess, still greeny, fawny colours, and I'm ages away from hitting anything pink. But yeah, so yeah, that's all I stitched on. I have completely failed in my attempts to get some stitching out for friends that I plan to do. I've sort of partly done and I haven't finished, and like I haven't done the fully finishing. I just have absolutely nothing in me to do it, and they'll forgive me. It's just been too hard. But those handful of people who I spent my mute jingle ball with last week know, if you know who you are, maybe next year you'll get 2 things. So I apologise. It's just, I've just had to work so many hours and then sleep and survive life. So, sometimes you've just got to let stuff go, and they'll forgive me, I'm sure. So it's just been, you know what? Fucker of a year. Thanks. Thank you very much for coming along and watching my very irreverent FLOSSTUBE. Do appreciate you all. I haven't been able to watch much of anything in the last couple of weeks because I've been either, when I have been stitching, I've been catching up on Yellowstone, and Outlander. This dropping weekly like the olden days is killing me. So Outlander, that thing I just talked to you about, what did I just say? Yellowstone. Just finished The Day of the Jackal with Eddie Redmayne. Intense! I know at least one person who isn't up to date. Holy crap, the final 2 dropped on Friday. We have them weekly, but the whole series was available on Friday. Oh, intense, man. So I only had 2 to watch, and that probably contributed to me going to bed too late. It was very intense. It's totally set up for a 2nd season. I haven't heard whether there is a 2nd season. I hope there is. Recommend it. It is incredibly violent. So I'll give you that. So if you don't like, no one likes violence, I would hope, but portrayal of violence on TV, then maybe not watch it. But it's just intense. It was so intense. The Brits do such good police procedurals, and thrillers and stuff. So so apart from that, I have really hardly been able to watch any FLOSSTUBE. So I'm feeling very, I don't know, maybe over summer I'll get to catch up on some stuff while my sister's working and I'm just sitting and under air conditioning, melting. Who knows? Okay, I better go. I've got to go back to work. So I will talk to you next week, probably earlier. And I hope you're all doing well. Try not to get the silly season on top of you. For someone who doesn't really do Christmas, I'm doing a heck of a lot of Christmas this year. Take care, find joy in your stitching, and as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.